Hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, my lemon cypress tree is back in. It's starting to get quite full now, as you can see, and it's always fighting to try and turn back into a bush. So, and everything keeps trying to go back into a conical shape. So it's time to go in now and just prune it back a little bit. Let's see if I can show you. I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but say a branch like this one here. If you can see that, let's move it in. I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. So like this branch here, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 coming off the same place now. So I'm going to take off the 2 inside ones. So it's just divided into 2. And then I'm going to reduce it back. Like that. And like that. So it thins that right out. I might even take off that piece there, which is interfering with the one at the back. So now it's a lot lighter. You can even just pluck the ends off these. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing, going around the whole tree, just trying to lighten it up a bit. This wire here is actually come off the end of this. Let's go in with this one. We'll just reduce it back. Taking off some of these tiny top ones so that the ones facing out will grow out. And then look at this one here. You can take this top bit off. Take this top bit off here. Something like that, just go around lightening up the tree a bit. Again with this one, we will take off these 2 bottom ones. Take off that top there. So we'll leave these ones growing out in the right direction. Just get hold of the branch like that between your fingers. Just pinch it into a kind of round shape. So you can see that area there now is a lot lighter than say this area here. So that's what I'm going to be doing, just thinning it all out. It's going to take quite a while, but I haven't done it for a while either, so kind of needs it now. Just take it back a bit. So look at these branches down here. The bottom ones might just need a bit of plucking, to be honest. Must be a lot going on here. Trying to get in there. Okay, we're just kind of taking out the centres. And then we'll just plug them back like that. Got a quite a thick bit here, so let's see what we can do to reduce that. Some of these weaker stuff in there. Okay, so hopefully you can see, I don't know if you can tell if that is a lot lighter there or not in the camera. You see this area here that I've done, and I might still do more on it, but I'll go over the whole tree basically doing that, and then look back at the tree from a distance and see if there's areas that are still looking a bit heavy. Then we can go in and reduce more. Okay, so I'll probably pause the video now for a while, and I'll keep going on the pruning, and then we'll come back and have a look at it and see how it's getting on. See if you can see any difference. Okay, so I've been at it a while now, so I'm hoping you can start to see a bit of a change. You can see more branch structure through the leaves. There's a dead branch over here, so take that off. Just keep on going, snipping and snipping away, and keep working my way around. Trying to reduce, especially at the top here, the amount of branching that's going on, so that we can get a bit more light through. You need the light to come through the tree to make it look better, the more light that passes through it. You can see more branch structure. It's kind of, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. When I look at it, it's from here. It's very kind of clear to see all the branches. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll come back again in another little while. Okay, so I think I'm getting pretty close now. We're getting a lot more light in. Anything that's kind of growing, they kind of grow one on top of the other. I'm deciding which one I want to take out, taking either the top one or the bottom one out. And it might look a little bit bare in places, but that's okay, it won't be long further now. Any of the branches that are growing inwards, I'll take them out. Just keep going round and round the tree, just seem to spot more and more bits. I could do with another bit of work on it. Now it's not a perfect dome, which I didn't want. I don't want it like too perfectly rounded. Makes it a bit kind of unnatural looking. I want it kind of a bit hickledy-pickledy. Now I don't want it lovely like pruned into a perfect ball shape. So it will look a bit unnatural. Even when I spin the tree, you can see some places it sticks out, like here now, a lot more than others. Again over here it sticks out a bit. At the front it's kind of almost a good shape, but it doesn't look perfectly pruned into a perfect dome shape, if you get what I mean. And it will kind of look a bit unnatural, and if you don't keep on top of your pruning, it will end up as a perfect dome shape. It will fill out until it's all like one solid ball. So we need to keep on top of the pruning a bit. You can come in and just chop at it, but you might end up getting brown tips, which again, it's not that big a deal. It's not going into a show. You get a few brown tips here and there, they won't be long growing out. These guys, once they get growing, they do grow quite rapidly. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is we'll put this to one side now. We'll just bring in our little one that we started. I was asked to make a video to show how I started this tree. So let's go and get that one. And we'll just have a little look at it, see how it's getting on. One thing with these is you can just keep pruning and pruning. Okay. So yeah, I'll just have a look at it there now. It's looking pretty good. I can see the branch structure through it. In real life I can see the branch structure a lot more. The rest of it all looks pretty good. let's go get the other little tray and let's have a look at that one. Okay, so this is it. This is the little one that I started, just to show how I started my big one. Now the big one was a bit bigger than this when I started it. It was probably twice as thick as this, but at the time this was the only one. I just nipped down to my Lidl's down the road. I think this cost me like €3, and it was just a usual cone shaped one. So I just showed how I did it, how I kind of pruned it back, wired it up, and then like that. This was just a demonstration. I wasn't even sure. I put it in another pot and all that, but I wasn't even sure it'd survive. But even this now, we need to do a bit of pruning on, because we're starting to get 3 branches coming out together again. So we'll reduce them to 2. Bring some of these back to outward facing branches so they can start pushing out. Got something going on here, caterpillar now, look again. I need to give my trees a spray and I keep finding caterpillars in them. What I actually might do with this tree is put it in a window box or something, so it can really grow well, because the smaller the pots you keep these in, the smaller they stay. If you give them more space, if you put them in the ground, this will grow 10 times the size in probably a year. They grow really rapidly in the ground. So ideally I could do with pruning this up, take the wire off, put it in the ground and let it grow for the year. Try and keep on top of it a bit with the pruning, but I know if I put it in the ground in my garden, it's so chock-a-block out there that it'll be kind of buried and forgotten about, and it's hard to get in there to do any weeding and any prune or anything. So I think I might put it in a window box, and that way then it'll get a bit more room to grow. This wire I need to take off. Now it's starting to bite in a bit. And now the branch is starting to get a little bit heavier. With good wire with heavier stuff. But I think what I might do is like that. Take the wire off and put it in a window box and let it grow for the year. Maybe next year, depending on how strong it gets. But before I do that, I'm going to take all the wire off. So I'm going to take all the wire off and then we'll come back. Okay, so I de-wired it, and I did actually put some heavier wire back on it. Don't judge my wiring on this, because I've just literally loose as I can put the wire around, and just so I can open up the branches again. And when I took the wire off, I could tell that they were just going to close back up again once it started growing. So I put some more wire on just to hold the branches out, just roughly, so that the light can get in, harden off some of these other ones, and start setting these branches in a more outward facing kind of broom style looking way, rather than all kind of trying to grow straight up. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to put this into a window box on my windowsill, just with compost and some drainage grit or something, and just let it grow. I will kind of be able to keep pruning it then, but at least it'll grow a lot faster than in this little pot. Now I know it's only a small tree and it's probably got a lot of growing in that pot, but I know if I leave it in this, it'll kind of stunt it a bit, whereas if I put it into a big window box, it's got plenty of room to grow. It'll stay quite moist in the window box, and it should grow a bit quicker. And like I said, ideally I'd like to put it in the ground, and maybe next year I'll put it into a big pot, much bigger pot. If it grows a good bit, put it into a much bigger pot and really get it growing on. But yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll just put that into a green window box. So we'll call this video done. It's just a little demonstration basically of how I prune my lemon cypress trees, just to kind of keep them pruned, keep them a lot of air going through them, a lot of light. And it was just a kind of bit of a detailed pruning of how I do it. I take off the ones at the top and I aim for these outward facing branches, like here. Take off the ones growing in, aim for these. These are the ones you want as your new branches, so they're growing outwards. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. So as always guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any comments or questions about it, please put them in the comments, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.